Hey everybody, I'm Bob from Black Arrow Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Age of Wonders 3, my 5th Advanced Strategy series. I want to get started today with a comment from Hubert Chow. Before I forget to do this, suggested getting a road network set up now for that troll city that I'm making, the Goblin Troll City over here. I actually need to get the War Hall going in there, but I'm going to go ahead and cancel merchandise in this city for one turn, just to build a builder so that I can get back here, make a road network. I really do wish that I could build bridges across lava rivers. That would be nice, but I don't know of a way to do that unless there's a way you can give your builders like floating or flying or lava walking or something, because they technically have to move onto the tile to build a bridge. I found out in a single player game I was playing at one point. So it's like the builder has to have the ability to move onto that hex. That's why you can put them on water tiles, because builders can technically embark, but they can't embark onto lava. But otherwise I'll try to set up a good road network as best as I can to get those trolls to the front lines as quickly as I can. From Tarsak this week, mentioned with regard to Karzen's items that I should have actually kept the vision range item and sold the slip away item, and that's because the vision range item is a jewelry item that I can swap on and off, much like I'm going to be doing with that crystal skull, which would have given me even more vision range on top of the crazy amount he already has. So before I do anything else with Karzen, I'm just going to sell this slip away item, because that's a jewel item which I will never use, and only applies if equipped on Karzen, which is why I'll never use it. I'm never going to have that equipped on Karzen. So I'm going to sell that just to free up that spot so I don't waste, because I think someone told me that earlier and I forgot about it. So I don't want to waste a perfectly good item for no reason. I'm never going to use that slip away item. It's time for it to go. But thank you to Tarsak for pointing that out. From Casper Eklund and Sarah Feingold, suggested that I should keep some new produce units near my core cities, especially my capital, in preparation for the Lich Queen event. That would suck if I lost my capital to the Lich Queen event and then Ganon had an unfortunate accident on the battlefield. Then I would lose the game, and we can't have that. So Ferin's axe did get produced here. I'm going to send that Ferin's way. So here at the capital, I am going to just make probably a mix of crusaders and priests. I don't need, I guess orc evangelists would be good too, versus the undead. They've got turn undead and whatnot. A lot of spirit melee damage. Actually, yeah, I think I will make a couple evangelists. I don't have any yet as it is, so why not? I'll make maybe 2 of them here, maybe make a couple of them here. Sorry, my voice is a little bit raspy today. Yeah, or just another shrine. Might just throw another Shrine of Smiting back here. Just general stuff to fight against the undead if they show up. This city probably needs... Actually, this city could build Tiger and Mystics. It's just gonna take it a little while. I guess having one is better than nothing, because then I could use spells to defend the city. That Metropolis is... I'm still going to keep upgrading that towards a Grand Palace. I've got some extra Goblin Exalted that are still being made underground as well, so I may pop them up and have them guard some of my core cities. Where are they at? That would be down over here. It's around here. So, oh, I was right on it. Yeah, it's this city that's making them. So I'll probably try to send some of them above ground. I just want to have some units in production so that I'm kind of prepared for whenever this mess goes down. I guess we can build another Shrine of Smiting here too. I have a lot of cities over here that I might need to worry about, so maybe it's worth cranking out a few more Storm Sisters. That city's still finishing up a Grand Palace. Or maybe I'll just have a couple of those Firstborns hang back. They should do okay against the undead with their resistance to cold. And because they're dwarves, resistance to blight, plus fire damage. Any cities that's still building stuff, I will probably have continue to do that. And then this Wraith is going to be the Wraith will probably hang around just as kind of like a fallback option, depending on where he needs to defend. But I still want these undead moving up to help out over here. Because, well, I don't know. These armies probably can actually handle this. Oh, it's my turn. I get to do this battle. I mean, I thought these units couldn't move until the next turn. I forgot I went to the next turn. So I'll actually be able to do those battles now, or in a minute here. From Casper Eklund, Ganon has a quiver, and mentioned that I could sell that. That's a good point. The quiver is another item. I was hanging on to it thinking it gave him razor projectiles, but again, it has to be equipped and it has to go on the shield slot. So Ganon's getting no benefit from that. May as well get rid of it. No reason to keep that around. Also from Casper Eklund, attacks of opportunity. So there was a battle in the last episode where I was actually trying to use Karzen, I think, to trigger attacks of opportunity by flying near enemy units. You actually can only do that if you stop next to an enemy unit and then move a space and stop again and move a space, because technically speaking, flying units don't trigger attacks of opportunity once they're airborne, but getting off the ground they still can. So that's why it wasn't showing up on the tooltip, because I was highlighting it as though I was going to move Karzen several spaces at once. From Impregnable, waypoint icon is on the top right corner of the production list tab that appears when a city is selected. Again, waypoints are something I use very often in this game, but I am going to use it right now. For this city here, especially, that's making these Orc Exalted, this waypoint icon is right here, so you can change the city rally point, which I'm going to put to a nice central location. I think for now, this city, well, I would say that city, I don't know why they're curving around and following roads and whatnot. Maybe it's smart enough to try to grab haste berries. I'm not sure what it's doing, but I'm going to set that rally point to probably this watchtower. That seems like a good central spot, and then from there I can move them out in any direction. If something changes and I need to change that between now and later, I can always do that. From Arch Redbeard, mention that I can click end turn at the beginning of my turn to trigger auto movement orders for my units, and then click no when prompted to confirm ending the turn. So that would be like going down here, and that should trigger all the auto movement for my units, and then I just click no again. I had to make sure not to misclick that, because that would be really bad. But any units that I had queued to move up already should have just done so. I don't know if I've already moved any of them yet or not, but I'll try to remember to look at that the next time I do it. From Sarah Feingold, Ganon, I need to remember Ganon has access to the Rot spell, which would be great for countering hordes of dreadnoughts in close locations, hordes of juggernauts specifically in close locations, or other machines. And then finally from Captain Cruz, the Watchtower southeast of Dova's old capital might be helpful, and that is down here. This watchtower right here. So I can send a unit out to go grab that. That unit, whoever I send, might die, but I think it probably is worth it just to have that scouting range. How close am I to getting Armageddon cast? I can't actually... How do I tell this? I'm going to open Spellbook. Armageddon is coming in one turn. Maybe I'll summon a cherub on the next turn and run down there and grab that tower with a cherub or something like that. I don't think I want to risk sending a unit off over there or even that whole army, because at that point you're venturing into Orange's territory and who knows what he's got sitting in there. So best to stay cautious, I think, for now. I have a crap ton of Praise the Leader events, different festivals and whatnot, mana that I don't really even need at this point. Lord of the Deep got done. I probably need to set them... You know what? I'm going to set a waypoint for the Lord of the Deep city too, I think. That would be here. And we'll probably set them more or less the same waypoint. This will be kind of like the gather point here. Alright, observatory is done here. That city's already got its orders. Yes, does that one. Celestial Chamber is done, so this is a city I was just going to start mass producing Exalted in. I see no reason especially to do that now, considering that the Necromancer event is looming on the horizon. In fact, I got Celestial Chambers in several cities, so I'm going to just get those all producing Exalted now. Probably infinite production. Oh, I did drop behind. I gotta watch my gold, though. I dropped under 1,000 gold. I don't have infinite resources. So maybe I need to be a little mindful of that. I'll do merchandise. I'm going to produce merchandise in these cities for now. Just so I don't forget about them. Where was that orc city that was making the Exalted? There's one of these. Probably this one, actually, yes. I'm going to cancel that. Leave it on merchandise for a turn. But I'm going to try to set aside gold for these purposes as soon as I can. I just want to keep it above 1,000 because the morale bonus is worth it. Ganon upgraded again. Let's go ahead and maybe throw some more defense his way. He doesn't necessarily need any of this stuff. So yeah, just more defense is good. Festival of Magic is done here, and that city is on infinite produce merchandise at the moment. This is another one that I could upgrade, but I'm going to leave it on merchandise for now just because of current gold needs. Those guys finished clearing that necro camp. These were the guys that tried and failed to clear this dungeon, which is quite embarrassing. We're going to have to give it another try. In fact, I'm gonna give that another try now. I need to be able to goad them into attacking me. But this time I have casting points. I don't want to use too many because I want to get Armageddon cast by the next turn at the latest, but I need to use enough just so I can clear this and move on. This is a good stack of Exalted, and I need to get them to the front line where they can actually be more useful. Alright, so we'll line up. Now, they want to do the same crap they did last time. That's fine, whatever. I'm going to move him up just so he can pounce. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. You know what? I will move... I'm going to leave him in a formation kind of like this. Then I'm going to go... No, not end combat round, cast spell. Still getting Planetfall mixed up with this game. I want whatever my cheapest spell is. Because I don't want... My cheapest damage dealing spell. Because I don't want to use an unnecessary amount of magic on this battle. So probably Vengeful Frost. That actually would maybe not be bad against a Tigran. Yeah. Okay. How'd you like that? Okay, he's gonna... Now, it's funny, the AI in this game, they'll take one hit, but after the second, they'll always charge. So now the enemy will charge me. Yep. Alright, he pounced, went into defensive mode. Is annoying, but that's Tigran Manicore Riders for you. They're friggin' good. It's not going to matter for him. I'm going to Warcry and tear him apart. Alright, nicely done. Orc Exalted, that was good. Okay, the rest of these nerds can come in. I'm gonna wait until they let their guard down and then flank them with Exalted that don't have anything else to do. Of course, the monster hunters are going to be annoying, but they'll just shoot crossbows. They won't do that much damage. And again, it doesn't matter if a couple people die as long as I win the battle. Alright, So the phalanxes came charging in and did what they do best. Probably should have left. Well, it's okay. I was thinking I should have backed up the Orc Exalteds that had Warcry available so that they could do the flank attacks. But I guess in the end it's going to be just about as good either way. Oh, forgot the goblins have lifesteal and fearsome. Okay. So that actually takes care. That actually completely takes care of that problem. All right. Did I panic him? Nope. Wait, hang on. He didn't strike back. Oh, I dazed him. Okay. Dazed too. Okay. All right. Well, then this guy can go. I want here for 3 hits, I think. This Exalted can go. Well, he's panicked now, so that opens up plenty of options for me. I'm gonna take this guy, fly here. Warcry. Actually, I don't need to Warcry. That works just fine. I don't need to worry about the panicked ones. I still have... Who can move? Just you two? Okay. Now I can get another Exalted. Or another Monster Hunter if I do this right. Something like this. Okay, and killing momentum triggers and he can move up. Put a little pressure on that guy. Okay. He will not be going anywhere. Alright, that's what I like to see. Now he's still dazed for another turn, so I think that means I can just hit him without fear of retaliation. The goblin with lifesteal actually probably needs to be doing that. Yeah, who's got Orc Exalted? Well, I guess they all have lifesteal. Wait, who's left? Did I miss somebody? These are all my Exalted. Oh, he's right over there. There he is. Get back here. Okay, there we go. Not so bad. You just got to get the enemy to come to you rather than you going to the enemy. Tigran, or I mean a Elf, Griffin Rider, and Tigran Mystic. I'm going to sell that for gold so I can make more Exalted. That will allow me to go ahead and produce the Orc Exalted here, I think, that I wanted to in the first place. No, not there. Here. Yes. And then I can send him out somewhere else to help defend things. So yes, Orc Exalted, produce here. I might have to reevaluate production later, and I think I want a halfling here. These cities, I guess they've got Firstborn in the area, but I need more units generally in here. So probably another halfling wouldn't be bad. I think it was this city that could get him. Yeah. Domain invasion at Fair. Oh yeah, that I am aware of. Okay. I'll be able to clean that up on the next turn. They better not take Ferric like one turn before these guys get here. That would be annoying. State your business, Ganon. Looking for the Triforce. I think Ferric has it. Praise the Leader Festival and Festival of Magic. Just lots of parties. Parties all over the place. It's party time in my country. Alright, I'm gonna have you guys shortcut just because I'm lazy and want to do this fast. So, show no mercy. Auto combat. Absolutely destroys those guys. A bunch of dwarf prospectors. I'm gonna actually abort that attack and attack from a slightly different angle just so that she's kind of mixed in with the Exalted. Okay, there we go. I was worried that they would ignore her and go after somebody else. Sell that Jack's gift item, I don't need that. And then now that the Exalted are here, these annoying little necromancers are not going to hold out for much longer, I'm afraid. Alright, I want to get these guys probably on a boat headed across the water soon. Although, given the upcoming Lich Queen event, these cities here don't really have defenders. So I'm actually gonna... what I'll do is I'll send a couple of them here, so I just took that city, and send the rest of them back this way. And I'll go ahead and build one Tiger and Mist. Oh, I still have her under production. Okay. I'll split up something like that, with a Crusader and a Priest in each city. Between those two units and a bunch of Smites, I can probably defend pretty much anything. Oh, dang it. Just those two Vengeful Frosts pushed me into needing the two more turns for Armageddon. That sucks. But it is what it is. I need to get that cast, and that kind of helps me decide what I'm going to do with Ganon's army. So I was thinking about going after this stack of 3 units here, but I'm also a little concerned that I'm going to overextend myself, and then Dova's going to come crush me with like a whole bunch more stuff that I'm not prepared for. So instead, I'm going to take the safe approach. Because I don't want to even spend more casting points or anything right now. I want to get Armageddon up. So I'm going to take the safe approach and back everybody up. Probably clogging up this bridge here with my units. I took out 2 stacks there in the last episode, so I'm happy with that. And I'll throw a Shrine of Smiting in, because especially once... Is that a trooper? Veteran? I'm going to throw this veteran Shrine of Smiting in there. Because once I manage to get Armageddon up, those shrines will actually be fairly useful. Alright, so there's still 2 Shrines of Smiting in there. They could use devout units, healers. So I'm going to put a couple in there like that. Maybe another Storm Sister. Now we'll do another Shock Trooper. That's kind of just the backup filler that I can use to keep refilling these armies if units die. I should get a lot of healing. In fact, if I'm smart about this, I could use those Storm Sisters to heal all those wounded units there. Yeah. I mean, those Storm Sisters are kind of good where they're at, because that whole army needs healing. But these guys, I'm going to swap out. Yeah, I want to make sure I get the healthy ones. So, not you, but you. I'm going to swap these 2 back here. And then put a Storm Sister here. And maybe one more here. That'll work. Then the healthy units in the back, they can help with healing, and the healthy units in the back will be fine. That army probably has enough healing on... Well, not really. I'll pull that Exalted out of that army and send another Storm Sister in to help heal them. It's kind of cycling in medics to keep everybody at full health. Hopefully I can remember the composition of those armies later. So here's the Uncatchable Cherub Scout, which is now going to go take a tower from them, I think. His days may be numbered, but we'll see. Dova seems... or Ferik seems really unconcerned about this guy. I'm going to move into the swamps just to try to slow anything that chases me down a little bit. Alright, and then this is Karzen's backup, part of Operation Throw Everything I've Got at Dova, or at Ferik. Karzen's still making a great distraction over here, but I think they need to get over there and help. Let's see how this battle goes with these units. Probably going to lose. I'm actually not thrilled about fighting Dova's units with these goblin armies. At least not unsupported by anyone else, because I don't really have good answers to their units. But I think this is a battle I still should fight now, so I'm going to do it. We'll attack with a single Swarm Darter, probable victory. I'm just worried that Cannon's gonna, or the Juggernaut and the Flame Tank are just gonna blow away a bunch of more of my Swarm Darters, but we'll do manual combat and just do the best we can. Already starting off strong with that crap, huh? Okay. I mean, I could go running heal him, although that's not really good because he'd freeze to death from the Frost Queen. Alright, well, let's just put up as good of a fight as we can here. I'm gonna move up and start flaming that guy. Actually, I want to give Guardian Flames to one of those beetles, preferably whoever the most powerful one is. Look like they're both champion 1. So you're closer. Yes, do that. You defend there, slow him down. The beetles are the best thing I've got to deal with that guy. I'm also gonna send the flyer out kind of this way. He's at least got fire resistance, so he can kind of fend for himself a bit. I'll probably put him like here, keeping everybody kind of spread out. And I want to try to curse that Eagle Rider right now if I can. Okay, good. That slows him down a bit, makes him a little less useful. I'm thinking about retreating that Swarm Darter, just so they don't kill it with another spell. I am going to do that. There's one more spell and he's dead. I wouldn't mind if I can goad him into just using useless spells. Wasting his casting points and mana on something like this. Of course, those goblins will probably, if he goes after one of them next, they may not make it, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to have her heal herself. That seems more important. Alright, he wants the Frost Queen dead now. Okay. That guy is going to get probably killing momentumed. I'm going to move here for the flanking and charge bonus. I'll make sure he gets it though. Alright, between the two of you, I think you can handle this. Although it'll probably blow up. You move here. How much damage are you gonna do? A lot. Okay. Well, I was really hoping you wouldn't get lucky there. I want to tack on just a bit more damage. There we go. And you can still go get a hit on him. And then you two can destroy that thing. And you need to heal somebody. Actually, the Ice Queen would have been a good choice. She can handle another hit if she needs to. I'll just leave her on defense. Now, if he wanted to, he could probably kill that. Yeah, if he wanted to, he could probably kill this guy right here if he cast a spell and then ran down and either rammed him or fired broadside. We'll see if the AI is smart enough to do that. Oh, he's still got that hero back there too. I forgot about him. Alright, no, he just rammed the unit that was right in his face, so that is fine. And this Swarm Darter is actually close enough now to start being a nuisance. Alright. Alright, you are pretty dang beat up. Get you some health. There you go. In fact, he could use some too. As a matter of fact, everybody just all the heals right now. I want you to go out there and distract him. And I think I want you to go after that Juggernaut. I resisted Fearsome. That would have been nice if that triggered. Frost Queen's still okay. We'll leave her where she's at. I might lose somebody here. Because I think that thing's still got enough health to ignore attacks and go cannonball somebody. Oh. Wait, why'd he die? I thought he had a lot more health than that. He died from severely poisoned. I saw that pop up. But I was thinking he had more health than that. Huh. Well, you guys can rewind the footage. I can't, so who knows. Alright, well, nobody's gonna... nobody on my side's gonna die today, it seems. Yeah, let's just break that. I don't have any more healing I can do. And leaving the Juggernaut alive to try to do that is too risky, so you just need to go away. Alright, cool. Maybe you got some neat items to sell? Oh, hey, the cool wizard hat. +2 resistance, +2 vision range. It's a hat, though, unfortunately. So, sending it to Karzen actually doesn't do him that much good, because I'm pretty sure... Well, you know what? I can go check. I'm pretty sure Karzen's hat already gives him +2 vision range, his alternative hat. Although it isn't mythical, it's legendary. Oh, it's +1 vision range. Technically, that's a little better, so we'll send that Karzen's way. What else do we have here? Oh. Again, trying to do planetfall things. A fearsome shield, that's good and worth selling, but probably not worth keeping. We'll send that to... maybe send that to... Maybe Ganon? We could send that to Ganon. This goes to Karzen. Wait a second. That's a spirit protection? Okay, not... I was thinking that was the same item Oh, that's the... Okay, there's the Pendulant of the Lightworker. So, the vision range upgrade, that's the thing I sold on Karzen, which I shouldn't have. I can give him another one now. Most of the rest of this stuff is probably just worth selling. But I will... Let's see if we can get clear up 2 spots in Karzen's inventory. We already got rid of that one item, the slip away item. Definitely need nourishing meal. Would prefer he keeps his creepy book. I'm not going to be seducing any of this stuff. And yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of that seduction potion. Or give it to somebody else. I just can't think of who would really even need or use it right now. You know what? I'm going to sell this. Because... Yeah, I'm selling that. I'm pretty much fighting machines and undead now. The opportunities for me to seduce things are pretty much limited to independent stacks. And I would rather have Karzen have all that extra vision range. So we're going to send him both the wizard's hat and one of these true sight Pendulant of the Lightworker things. And Karzen is going to just have an absurd amount of vision range. He's going to be like a flying super tower. The rest of this stuff is good. Mythical is definitely worth selling, so I'll send that off to Ferin, and then just kind of work my way down from legendary. Fire Wyvern can also go to... That can go to Ganon, I guess. Anything mythical or legendary. And I guess the epic true sight item. Also, that's really kind of good on anybody, so I'll send one of those to Ganon. It's good to have to hang on to. And then the Blessed Totem of Health to the Sorcerer. Maybe I shouldn't be filling up everybody's inventory all the time, but I guess having a steady stream of items that you're constantly selling is still pretty useful. Okay, I can turn around and go after these dwarves. This battle should be a little bit easier to handle. But I can only get there with one stack of units. I think it's still worth trying to do right now, though. So, probable defeat. You know what? We'll abort attack and we'll wait on that. That's okay. We can be patient for one more turn. I don't want to lose units unnecessarily if I don't have to. But those armies by themselves should be okay to handle that. So I think the undead are going to go straight through to Karzen. Back him up. I mean, I do have Ferin out there, so there's not really a better place for them to go anyway than to where the Necromancer is. Shrine of Smiting is your Tarek. This one probably will... I'm thinking about sending this one up Karzen's direction as well. Might be useful to have at least one of them up there. Plus I can fill in this little blank spot on the map. Yeah, why don't you go up that way? Change it up a little bit. The Matriarch I definitely want down here in these armies. She's a support unit, right? She has healing. Maybe I don't need all those... Because the Matriarch I actually would really like to have up there in the front lines, so... Oh, she can't quite move far enough. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, you stay where you were. But she's eventually going to cycle in. I probably will put her with Ganon's group. Wait, why did it seem like she could move further before? Oh, no, wait, yeah, she could move to the bridge, but not any further than that. Okay, Goblin Exalted is also going to go down this way, I suppose. Here. You guys can probably just sit here, I guess. Guard that spot for now. It's good enough for me. Put them on camp. Everyone else, stay for a turn. Oh, wait, we got the Lord of the Deep, too. All right, got another one here. Perfect. Although I still want to get one up to Karzen. It'd be very nice for Karzen to have. Especially with the shock damage on his sword. You know what? This guy is going to go to Karzen. Where is he? I just lost him. He is going to go carry on up towards Karzen, I think. Although, no, that doesn't make any sense because I have to effectively go all the way around his army. Lords of the Deep are needed on the front lines now. So there's no point in really delaying that any further. I'm going to put this one in with Ganon's group, at least on the next turn. For now, we'll put him here. I still want all that healing piled onto Ganon's group, but we're getting a pretty respectable stack of units piled up here. And you probably head the same direction, I suppose. You can actually get those haste berries. Yeah, the faster you can get to the front line, the better, for sure. Alright, Firstborn, gonna reinforce this city here. Thought I had some units. Yeah, I did. Okay. I knew I had some units in this area. I'm gonna use this guy to make more roads, I think. I don't really want to spend a lot of gold, though. That's the part of the problem. Actually, you know what? On that note, instead of building more roads with him, I'm gonna just send him underground and have him start digging. I still can use gold, so he can head back that way. I need gold if I'm gonna produce Exalteds all over the place and keep my gold income above 1,000. So for now, you guys can move back to this city. I would say maybe kind of lean this direction in case they try to go south. And that army is going to be able to handle really anything that tries to sneak through. This tiger is practically useless. I'm just going to keep him in that city so I can get spells if I need to. Oh, don't tell Karzen I said that about the tiger, though. I don't think he'd understand. Alright, so I committed with these armies to going south. I'm going to keep pressing that direction because I believe, yeah, I had looked at these city names, realized none of them were their capital. So, yeah, I guess we go... You know what? Let's scout. Okay, there's haste berries, so that's helpful. Arburg is not their capital. Where is it then? Let's get as much vision as we can. See who's around. I got enough for 3 more moves, so I can go like this. Okay, their leader does not appear to be here. Maybe this is their capital? I need to find it. Bone collector on the water, I would take that fight if I needed to. That looks like it might be it. But is that a dwarf city? That looks like... Those are dwarf buildings, right? Compare them to what I... Yeah. Yeah, that's a dwarf city. That could be their capital, right there. But I'm not going to get there very quickly going that way. Then again, there's no reason to think that there's a bridge up there either, so... I am going to go this way then, and probably take this city, cause trouble down here. Plus I can dig through these walls. I can do that. Getting across the river is a bigger problem than digging, so we'll do that. Make sure that I get everybody as far as they can move, which is more or less going to be like this. There's also another sneaky little city back here, but doesn't appear to be much of a threat unless they dig through the walls, so I'm probably going to ignore that. But yeah, on the next turn, all that stuff's going to go away very quickly. Man, I would have liked to have gotten Armageddon up, though. That would have been nice. Wonder if anyone's near one of those mana... what are those things called? Like the arcane catalyst of mana or something like that. Whatever it is that gives you more channeling points. I know there's a box of cataclysms. I don't want to open those right now, but there's a smaller one that you can get that doesn't have any negative side effects. Alright, I see no reason for these guys to go anywhere other than straight at the enemy necromancer. And this builder, I think this is another one that could probably just start digging. I'm gonna hollow out the area. Probably hollow out all this. Yep, just a little bit of gold at a time. Alright, these armies are more or less all forming up now, which is good. I could give everyone those haste berries and get another group going straight at the enemy. Fortunately, as always, there's always one guy who's just not fast enough to get to haste berries. Let's see what I've got to work with here. I've got 2 Exalted, 2 Shrines of Smiting, and a couple of Orc Spearmen. Mostly crap units. I am going to wait. I'm not going to send them all ahead by themselves. We'll wait and launch the attack in a couple more turns. For now, I think piling everyone up on this city is an okay enough strategy. Actually, you know what? I'm going to send one of these guys back to help the tiger guard this city in case something comes down here. And you can just move there. These guys, I was sending up to Ganon, but I'm thinking I want at least a full stack down here, so I'm going to send that shock trooper back down. But you can join the crew here, because this is eventually going to just become a massive push. Hopefully around the same time. I'm really not that far away from his capital. It's just down the road. So maybe once everybody's healed up, maybe on the next turn I can make a bigger push for their capital. And Karzen is making a big enough distraction over here that I shouldn't have to fight at least everything. I mean, there's a lot of crap up here going after Karzen. Alright, you guys, like I said, are good where you're at. All these other units are good where they're at. This guy made a watchtower, which I did need. Yeah, I did need that. He can come back and work on maybe road networks to the front line, I suppose. They're all good, they're all good. Lots of movement confirmations. Oh, this cherub can hop in here and help out, so that's good timing, I suppose. And this Exalted needs a waypoint. Okay. We'll give him a waypoint to this bridge here. Okay, click to end turn. Alright, so that was a mess, but we still got time. Let's see what happens down here with Karzen, actually. I think that they'll either embark units stupidly, or they'll try to kill that lone flyer who should not have a waypoint going there. I don't want him moving onto that tile, because that would goof everything up in my little defensive formation here. Okay. Ending turn? Yeah, can't research anything, so ending turn. We'll still get a big chunk of Armageddon paid off, so as long as I don't spend all my mana in battles on this turn, I should be able to get Armageddon up and active by the next turn. Alright, what you gonna do? You gonna throw even more at Karzen? Doing that all game, why don't you give it another good try? Holy crap. Oh no, guys! No! Oh, they finally got the cherub. Rest in peace. You were a great scout. I think he finally figured out that letting enemy units run around in your land is not a good idea. Okay, well, we got a little bit of a mess here, but I think we can use a similar tactic as we did last time. Except this time there's quite a bit more stuff to fight. Are they moving even more? Oh, they're shifting some stuff around and moving some in and out. My gosh, this guy is just... Taking the city wasn't good enough. He wants Karzen's head on a plate. This guy is angry. I can't say I blame him. Karzen's been a royal pain in the butt for this guy this whole time. Okay, he is sending some stuff back. I was trying to get an estimate of how much stuff he's got up here versus how much stuff I've seen before to kind of know what Ganon's army might be in store for if they push up. Random... Okay, that's not going to end well for you, but alright. Alright, what are my options here? So, they've got units on the water again. I can probably piecemeal them apart like I did before. Let's see what happens if I just attack like that. Oh, it is just the guys on the water, okay. I thought it would bring the... Huh. It's actually really weird. Oh, no, because they moved those flyers out. I don't know why they did that. That was not a good idea, but okay. So I want the Wraith in on this. And... yeah, this should be easy. Let's do it. Karzen can attack here. Oh, wait, you know what? I got another member of Karzen's army now. He's a ghoul, but Karzen can keep him alive. Alright. Probable victory. Well, I think we all know how this is going to go down by now. It is only bringing in my flyers and floaters, which is fine. And then I can get the other group that's on the other river in a minute here. Fortunately, they're charging the army I don't want them to charge. Alright, you know what to do, guys. And I think the rest of you know what to do. Spread out, generally run away, try not to die. Sound good? Move the Glutton back here, move Ferin over here. And this flyer can also stay back. There's really no reason for anyone to go in but Karzen here. Alright, and yeah, go ahead and attack. Have fun. It's got a critical hit on him. Now, they may still chase down these units anyway with mortars and flames. Oh, there goes my new flyer, and I don't think I can revive him on the water. Pretty sure I can't. Greater reanimate undead. Range short can only be used one. I think it's grayed out because I can't use it on the water. That's okay. That flyer, he was a good soldier while he lasted. Okay, who's who? The flame tanks are here. I'm honestly more worried about them than I am about the juggernauts, so I think what I'm gonna do is a nice old war cry. Oh, he didn't quite get the kill. That's too bad. Alright, I want you... You know what? Those juggernauts both just use their good attacks. Why don't you take a turn and go do some damage? I can use Ferin to heal him. Yes, I can. Okay. Heal. Go ahead and use your bombard cannons if you want. I don't care. Or your area effect attack. And there's really no reason for this guy to not get involved. In fact, he can finish that flame tank off and then do a little bit of damage to the other flame tank. Oh, wait, no, right. Ah, frick. Okay. I do actually need to be more careful with him. I forgot. I keep forgetting those ones that evolve from martyrs don't have killing momentum. They were not produced in a city with a dungeon. Okay, nobody died. He took a lot of damage, but nobody died. That's what matters. Alright, Glutton did take a lot of damage, though. I think it's time for him to leave. Because those guys both have their mortars back now. Ferin has Undying. Yeah. Ferin has Undying. Now, that should work on the water, because I'm 90% sure it does with Lost Souls, and it's the same ability. So I think I'm going to leave Ferin in here to just be a distraction for a little bit. I want you to back off. Karzen can handle the rest of this. Whoops, I should have backed him up first. That was a mistake. Alright, I want you to back off. He might die, actually. I mean, he's got Resurgence. He'll come back. I just would like to, in the battle with my units, I'm mostly full health. Yeah, dude, I could use your healing. So get on out of there. I would prefer the Glutton. You know, I could leave the Glutton out of it. I mean, he's going to lose all his movement points if I do that, but it's better than having him die and me never being able to use him again. But I'm going to try to keep as many other people in here with their movement points as I can. The dragon is probably going to need to go as well, though. It's a little too low of health. But to be honest, even a small group could handle the other set of embarked units, I think. Ferin might get blown up here. Yep. He's got Undying. He'll come back. And it's another turn before they can fire again, so Karzen just needs to... Alright, here's what's going to happen. Ferin's going to move here, as far away from those guys, or no, the Wraith is. As far away from those guys as he can so he can't get broadsided. He's going to heal the Orc Exalted. The Exalted is probably going to run in and flank attack that thing so that Karzen can get some good hits on from behind and maybe kill it. I think that's the plan. No, actually, no. He's just going to run. He's just going to run away from those other Juggernauts. I need to make sure that Ferin doesn't die after those things reload. That would be bad. I'm gonna have to maybe look at casting a spell here. I should have Rot. I forgot about Rot. Yeah, let's go ahead and soften them up a bit now. He should come back at the beginning of my turn, so I should have a chance to retreat him. Yes, I do. Okay. So that's a pretty safe play if I want to do it that way. Alright, the Exalted cannot run away. And I really need him to have more health. Ferin needs more health. Really, everybody needs more health. Okay, I could do this. How far away can Ferin get? Yeah, because I can heal. What I'm thinking about doing is moving here, then finishing the Juggernaut off. Ferin moves up here, Karzen heals him, and then Ferin runs away. Because I want to keep Ferin on the battlefield if I can. I think I'm safe to do that. Karzen goes here. Juggernaut dies. Karzen... Ferin needs to just get over there, though. So Karzen could actually go to Ferin. Heal him. And Ferin can run all the way over here. The Wraith needs to get out of range too, which I think this side of the map is safe. And I want to keep these guys over here because I want to keep that Exalted healed if I can. This is a little more difficult than I thought it would be. Whoa, okay, that's cutting it close, guys. Again, I know he will come back. He does have Resurgence, but I would like to keep him well healed for the next battle. It does not look like that's going to be an option. But they did just go straight after Karzen. So this might turn out okay. Let's go... Okay, first off, let's do this, because I forgot to do that before, and it does make a difference. Alright, do that. Move here. War Cry. Try to break this one. Okay, well now they're both going to take attacks of opportunity if they move. Do you have healing ready to go yet? Can't use ability for 2 more turns. Well, at this point, if the Exalted dies, he revives with more health anyway, so I think it's time for everyone but Karzen to leave the battlefield now. Except for the Exalted. The Exalted can stay. But there's no point in risking anybody else. You rammed me. Alright, Karzen, it's just you and that. We don't have any support. Alright, that was a little bit messier than I thought it would be. A little bit more difficult. But we made it work. And everyone took a frickin' beating for it. I don't think Karzen can handle any more up here. I don't think I can hold this bridge any longer. I was going to go after this group, but I'm not going to be able to do it with just Karzen and 1 Exalted. That's just not enough. Even if I throw a bunch of spells at him. Karzen's got a lot of armor, but he's not unkillable. I mean, just a couple hits there took him down to 64 health. So, yeah, I don't know. I think this might be about Karzen's limit until I can get him either some backup or that fancy sword that he's wanted for so long. Sadly, if I leave, the rest of these guys are going to die. If I stay, though, I'm going to get swarmed. Trying to run through my head what... Okay, so let's take a look at my spells. Spell book. We've got specifically combat spells. I know Wreck makes units more vulnerable to being disintegrated, but we're talking about 20 per Wreck and 40 per disintegrate since Ganon's not here. So alternating spells every other turn, I can probably pretty reliably disintegrate things. But even then, I don't know if Karzen could do it. Not just Karzen and just the... Close this. Because everyone else is out of movement. If I leave, Ferin gets sacrificed. I wish there was like something else here I could like go fight and heal everybody up or something. Something small. I mean, I guess... If I attack this group here, of course they'll be on the land, so they'll have that advantage. But I could attack with walking units, and I could... Oh, no. No, because if I take that stack... Well, hang on. Let me just do something, just for the sake of curiosity. No, it will bring these guys in, even though they're embarked on the water. Abort attack. So, I have basically... This is going to be the end of the episode. I think I'm going to leave it here because I could use some advice from you guys at this point. This is a tough call. Because the way I see it, because these guys all use their movement points all up by retreating from that battle, they're stuck here. If I retreat Karzen out of this situation, I'm sacrificing Ferin and all of his items to do it. I may as well honestly just sell all the items if that happens. Because there's no sense just leaving a bunch of good stuff for the enemy. The other option is that I tried... There's two other options, the way I see it. Well, there's three, really. The second option is to put Karzen back on the bridge, try to hold ground with everybody, which seems like a really bad idea considering they can unembark these units next turn and I could very quickly get surrounded. So I think that's a bad idea. The third option is that Karzen and just that Exalted go after this army in the water. I might be able to embark a couple units to go with them, like these two could go here and they could help, as well as these guys, they could get there too. But then they're going to be stuck on the water and they'll just be fodder for dragons and flyers. So that's option 3. I could probably kill the army with help from other land units to just be a distraction, but then some of my units are going to be stuck in the water. Option 4 is that just Karzen and the Exalted attack... I move the Exalted out of this army into Karzen's group. They attack this army, which I would fight 2 flame tanks and then some crappy tier 1s on land. That would be just Karzen and the Exalted, no matter how I do it. But I think that's a battle I could more easily manage, especially considering I have spells to help out. The problem is it doesn't really solve the problem, because even if I take out these 2 armies, they've still got more than enough stuff to fill the gap and still swarm me anyway. So the only way I really solve the problem is if I kill this army. and prevent embarked unit. And even if I do that, if the computer's smart, they could still overwhelm me with stacks of flyers. If they were smart, they could put the dragons and the flyers in a separate stack, move them adjacent, and then put a bunch of cannons and attack the bridge. They've got plenty of flying units to do that. To be perfectly honest, guys, I don't see a way Karzen makes this out alive unless he falls back and retreats. I think I'm going to lose that bridge. But if any of you have any really creative ideas, now would be the time to use them, because this situation here is not good. It is getting very complicated. I think Ferrix had enough of Karzen's antics, and he's ready to put an end to this. But no matter what happens, my number one priority is getting Karzen out of this alive. Karzen and his, of course, his helper, his Absorb Pain helper. That is the number one priority. They have to live. Everyone else, including Ferin, I hate to say it, is expendable. So let me know what you guys think, if you see any other ways out of this. Aside from that, I'll just say thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Shout out to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Adam James, Jim Bro, Tarsak, and Tibby and Army. Thanks so much, everybody.